Shark Tank, where entrepreneurs seek an investment to start, grow, or save their business.
I'm going to be honest with you. Our sales suck.
If the Sharks hear a great idea,
It's yummy.
they'll invest their own money.
I'm going to make an offer of $150,000 for 20%.
Wow. Wow.
Hold it. I made a mistake.
And fight each other for a deal.
I'm going to make you an offer. Are you serious? Wait, let me
I've got an offer. I've got an offer. Let me make an offer.
No, I'm going to make you a sweeter deal than Lori, who's being a little cheap today.
Don't be rude.
But the entrepreneurs must get the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
You're out of your mind.
You're delusional. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Who are the Sharks? They're self-made business experts worth billions. Kevin O'Leary is a shrewd venture capitalist who made his fortune selling a children's educational company for over $4 billion. Barbara Corcoran went from waiting tables in Manhattan to building the city's premier $2 billion real estate empire. Robert Herjavec, son of an immigrant factory worker, founded one of the world's preeminent cybersecurity firms. Lori Grenier, the queen of QVC, holds over 100 patents and has launched over 400 products, grossing over $500 million in sales. And Mark Cuban, renowned billionaire tech mogul and the outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks. First into the tank are moms with a sweet way to clean up messy kids.
Hi, I'm Danielle Stangler. And hi, I'm Julia Rossi. And we are from Castle Rock, Colorado, and we are the creators of Neat Cheeks. We are seeking $150,000 in exchange for 20% equity in our company.
Kids are gonna get messy, but the cleanup process doesn't have to be. Until now, parents have been using typical wipes to clean their kids' faces and hands, and their kids are putting up a fight. This is what a typical cleanup battle looks like.
Whoa. Kevin's never going to change.
With Neat Cheeks, cleanup is easy and tantrum-free. Our wipes are plush, moisturizing, and mildly sweet. They're preferred by moms and kids because they're gentle on sensitive skin, all natural, effective, and best of all, they have a sweet, pleasant flavor.
That's right, flavor.
Look how happy Neat Cheeks makes kids during mealtime cleanup.
You got to feed that kid.
We sweeten our wipes with stevia, which is a natural plant extract. It's not sugar, so there's no sticky residue left on their skin. Instead, what they can expect is a pleasant, sweet flavor on their lips and a huge smile on their face with every wipe.
Let's let kids everywhere get messy without fear of cleanup. Why don't all of you sharks get ready to wipe on a smile with us? We want you to experience the Neat Cheeks difference. We have samples for you to try.
Now, as you open your pack, it is completely normal to smell at first. We are conditioned to do that because most wipes are fragranced versus flavored. But what you can anticipate with our wipes is a pleasant, sweet flavor.
It's yummy.
How did you come up with it?
So I was at a restaurant with my family. I didn't have my typical wipes, and my 18-month-old was covered in mac and cheese. We were in a quiet restaurant, so I knew if I wiped her face, she would fuss. So I asked my husband to dip his napkin in his water, and I began to wipe her face, and she reacted differently. She started saying, "Nummy, more," because it wasn't water in my husband's cup, it was lemonade. So that's when the idea of a flavored face wipe was born.
Danielle, have you sold any of these?
Yeah, so we are currently approaching almost 40 retail locations. 2 of those locations are Walgreens, in which we had a 90-day test.
How did it do on that test?
We actually had a rapid reorder within 30 days. Our goal by the end of this year is to roll out regionally with Walgreens.
All right, so tell us what's your margins, etc.
So we make it for 72 cents,
And what did they sell it for?
$3.99.
That's pricey.
What? That sounds like a lot for a wipe.
What is the cost of regular wipes?
They can go as low as $1.99.
Ouch.
It seems to me, though, that you could probably get this price down.
Absolutely. This is based on low volume production. So we're looking to bring the price down at the larger volume
To what?
53 cents.
That still doesn't let you match an existing wipe.
We are a premium price product, but we are not the most expensive product on the market. We have a unique competitive advantage. In this package, as a parent, you get 12 happy experiences
Just like an ice
when
cream
you
cone.
when you wipe their face. You know, this truly solves a problem.
And we are the market. We have a total of 6 kids combined. So through this process, we've been able to develop, fine-tune, and make sure that we're bringing the best product to the
So
market.
what are sales this year?
This year, we are at $4,000 in sales.
$4,000? How much are you going to sell this year, you think?
Yeah, so we're looking at about $90,000 to $100,000 in revenue based on launching to the largest trade show industry in September.
When you go to that show, and everybody sees the stevia infused neat cheeks,
Yes.
and including some of your competitors who are significantly larger than you that have cost advantages on scale,
Yeah, sure.
what stops them from putting stevia in their white?
So we have a pending patent on our product.
Look, I think it's a very interesting idea. I love ideas that are born out of necessity. That's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, the problem I see as an investor is you have a great idea, but you are cockroaches in the face wipe business. You're going to go to a trade show and expose this to every competitor, and if it takes off, the only thing that holds them back from crushing you like the cockroaches you are is the patent. So, to me, had you come here with a patent, I would have looked at it and said, all right, I'm going to help these 2 ladies, but I can't do that because I don't know the outcome of the patent. I'm out.
You guys, it's your dream, and I get that, right? For me, it's about making money. The amount of time it takes to help you transition from where you are to a real company, that's a lot of time. Just too early. I'm out.
Julia, what are you going to do with the $150,000?
Yep, so the $150,000 will allow us to go full-time in the business. We still have households to maintain, and so we're going to take a small portion to pay ourselves something in order for us.
How much is something?
$50,000.
Each?
Total or?
Yep, each.
Daniel, I hate your answer to why you need the money. When you start a business, you don't pay yourself. You pay the business first.
Correct.
The business is a living, breathing thing. It gets every piece of food, every drop of water. It needs to survive before you survive. I'm out.
I totally appreciate that. And the thing is, we have been doing this for 4 years. We have supportive families that allow it to push forward. So I'm to the point now that I get a job with another company.
I'm going to suggest to you that you do that. And I'm going to tell you why. I remember when I had almost 600 salespeople working for me. I was the big boss, the big shot in my town. By anyone's standard, I was a success, but I knew I was going bankrupt. And you know what I did? I went out and took a full-time job while I worked my business. There's nothing wrong with stepping back before you go forward.
But Barbara, what about their family?
You could figure it out. Women in America figure it out every day.
I'm 8 months pregnant and getting 4 hours of sleep at night, doing every single thing it takes. And no joke when we say we barely sleep because we are managing both.
No, I get it, but when I look at this, I think one thing only. Will they get their patent? So I'm going to make you an offer contingent on you getting the patent, okay? I'll give you $150,000 for 30%. I think we need to hit Bye Bye Baby, Toys R Us. I have relationships with a lot of the major stores out there that I think would carry this product. But I'd like to move fast.
Because I just thought of an angle on this that I think it's missing. Can you make a cherry flavor?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to make an offer contingent on only one thing. I'm going to make it based on you making a cherry flavor, and I'm going to make you a sweeter deal than Lori, who's been a little cheap today, all right? I'm going to make an offer of $150,000 for 20%.
Just what you asked
That's
for.
exactly what you're asking for.
Whoa, hold it. I made a mistake.
Shocking.
I'm going to make an offer of $150,000 for 25%.
Okay.
Well, here, let me change something for you because I really believe
What's
in
your
you.
new deal?
I'm going to offer you $150,000 for 25% as well, contingent on the patent.
We do value you and your resources and your expertise, especially in the patent world. Is it hard contingency on the patent? Although we have no concern that we're going to get it approved.
I would put it this way. If everything that you told me is so, I'm good. I'll pull the contingency on the patent because I'm trusting you that you say it's coming.
What do you want to do?
Three sharks are out, but Danielle and Julia have offers from both Lori and Barbara for their flavored baby wipes, Neat Cheeks.
If everything that you told me is so, I'm good. I'll pull the contingency on the patent because I'm trusting you that you say it's coming.
What do you want to do?
There's something that I bring to the table that's not just me. What I bring to the table is I bring all my other entrepreneurs. They all love each other. They know each other on a first-name basis. They talk. A few times a week, they help each other. They share resources. What you get by coming into my camp is you join our happy little family. And
You're
it's a happy family.
You don't. Wait.
Not to take anything away.
Ladies, you have to make. Wait.
I have to add
No, you
this,
don't.
because I think it's only fair.
What?
My
No, you don't.
entrepreneurs are also a family. They all know each other because we all get together, and they're in my show on QVC together. Wait,
I
all
often
my
get mine to sing
entrepreneurs
together
get
around the fire.
every month.
My entrepreneurs sing.
Every month, amazing.
See, don't be rude. They are in my show together, so they're all working together, and they're one big happy family. My Fiber Fix, Scrub Daddy, Drop Stop, and several of them.
I have all my
make
entrepreneurs to my dinner
packaging
table
for
with
each
my
other.
children.
Stop!
Come on, girls, let's go. Chop, chop, let's go.
What do you want to do?
We appreciate all offers. And I think what we would like to do is take Barbara's offer.
I think you made the right decision.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Don't gloat.
Don't gloat.
Don't be a sore winner.
You know what? I'm happy you guys made the deal.
Thank you. Good job. Thank you so much. Barbara and Lori are both amazing, but we just felt like Barbara, I think, was more aligned with our strategic objectives moving forward, and I'm excited to see where she can help us take the brand.
Earlier this season, we saw Damon John make a deal with Sunstashes, a novelty sunglasses company.
We want to grow to more licensing, Marvel, DC.
I can help you get the licenses you need, and that will save you a lot of money.
Let's see what they're up to now.
What's up? Hey, what's up? Business has been amazing since partnering with Damon. It's been less than 5 months, and we've already sold $4.1 million.
Guys, this is Marvel. You ready?
Let's do it.
As soon as we did our deal, I called my friends at Marvel and secured a licensing deal for Sunstashes. Paul,
Damon, how are you?
Marvel is one of the world's most prominent character-based entertainment companies. They have a library of more than 8,000 characters. That means a lot of opportunity for Sunstashes. We actually brought the first set of Marvel Sunstashes to show you guys. The way the deal works is we design, manufacture, and sell to retailers, and we pay Marvel a royalty on all that we sell.
These are great, guys. These are really excellent.
Marvel is owned by the Walt Disney Company, so the synergy that we can build between our brands is limitless.
Don't even need to wish you guys luck. You're in good hands.
Small companies like ours don't just make deals with Disney. We tried to get a deal with Marvel before we went on Shark Tank, and we got turned down.
We're going to make a lot of money together.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Shark Tank has changed our entire business. It's not just our brand, it's Sunstashes alongside Marvel. It's amazing.
Great job. I'm excited to be part of this ride as well. This is the power of Shark Tank. This is entrepreneurship at its best.
Next up is an innovation to make a dangerous job much safer.
Hi, I'm Mark Melney, and I'm the inventor of the Melney connector.
And I'm Armin Eckert. I'm the CFO. I'm Byron Dunn. I'm the guy who keeps the lights on. Sharks, we are asking for $500,000 for a 5% equity interest in our company.
My invention's going to completely change the electrical industry. Now, let me show you what it's going to
It
change.
hasn't changed it yet it's worth $10 million?
Absolutely.
I hope bad things don't happen to you.
Okay.
I've been a lineman in the power industry for over 30 years. In that time, I've put on thousands of these compression connectors, also known as a crimp connector. What I'm going to do now is show you how to make an electrical connection using the current technology. Anytime you have the end of a wire, you have to put some sort of connector or terminator on it to make it up. So what you do, you put that in there, that in there. This is called a crimper. And what it does, it crushes the connector down onto the wire with a few thousand pounds of force.
But you had a lot of fun doing that for 30 years.
Yeah. A lot of shoulder injuries.
Yeah.
In order to make this up completely, we'd have to do 5 more crimps on there. Under normal conditions, it takes you about 10 minutes to make one connection.
Okay, now let's see the better way.
All right.
Excuse me, Kevin, you took my lines.
I'm helping you out here because I'm trying to get to that $10 million place.
Here's the Melanie connector. You put this in here, this in there. Snug it up with your hands. That tightens it down, and it's done.
Here's what I really want to know. Is it safer doing it the new way?
It's much safer, and you just saw it. I did that in probably 15 seconds.
Well, what are your sales?
Our sales,
Well, we have our first purchase order of $585,000. We were contacted by a company called Irrigation Components International. They sell to the irrigation pivot market.
So walk me through this. How much are you going to sell it for, and how much does it cost you to make?
Our manufactured cost for that size is $15.
$15. And what are you going to sell it to these people
And we're going to sell it to the wholesaler $39.
This is an industrial application, okay, that maybe will be successful, yet to be proven. You told me so far, as I understand it, the only sale you have is a purchase order not filled yet for $500,000. Is that right?
$585,000, yes.
You're out of your minds putting a $10 million value on this.
This is only the beginning. We're entering the marketplace on the agricultural through these pivots.
But why aren't you going after this market?
We are. We're simultaneously going after...
And do you have any orders from this market?
Not yet, no. We've met with Home Depot and we've met with Lowe's.
Mark, I thought you were proposing an industrial sale, but you're saying you're going down the consumer market.
Let's back up for a second.
Please.
We have multiple products. This is just one product. Right. And it crosses many industries. It crosses the military. It crosses utilities. It crosses residential, commercial, industrial.
But Mark, you came out today with this product.
Yeah, like I didn't know. I thought that this was to be bought by, you know,
yeah, you guys didn't do a good job of conveying that there's a consumer option.
I need to get away from the product for a minute. I need a mental break. How did you two guys get together?
I've got to tell you the story, Barbara.
Well, please do. Let's hear it.
Byron owns a magazine in Colorado. He's been a 30-year lineman. He started a magazine.
What magazine?
Power Lineman Magazine.
Perfect. So I called him up and I said, this is the new thing. He said, send me one, let me see it. And then he invested $50,000 in the product.
Wow.
I'm not a businessman. It took me 5 minutes to figure out how it works, and as a lineman, I wanted in.
Byron, what was the value of the company when you put in $50,000?
I never asked.
Byron, why did you trust him?
I don't trust him at all. It's this product. It's what it is.
Byron, you are awesome.
Well, this takes away this. This is a killer.
I look at it and say, look, you may have built a better mousetrap. There's a lot of evidence here, particularly you've got a linesman to put up his money without even asking what the valuation was.
That was powerful.
Yeah,
that was the most powerful part.
It's a great endorsement. Now you have the challenge of execution. You have to be able to manufacture at attractive cost. You have to define which markets and what timing you're going to go after them in. You know, selling to a utility is far more challenging in terms of timing versus a consumer product at a Lowe's, for example. It's not worth $10 million today, not to me. I'm out with extreme prejudice.
What we really haven't got a concept of is how big can your sales be? Now, if you're going to sit here and say in a year our sales can be $1 billion, $10 million valuation looks cheap.
The electrical industry connector market's a $50 billion market. We're projecting next year our sales are going to be $6 million. That's 110,000 units, not very many.
And the following year?
And probably about 18 million after that.
You know, when you come into the Shark Tank and you make your presentation, I always like to get it really fast. Get what you're selling, get the numbers. Kind of thought it was one tool with one application for the industrial space. Then I heard consumer. I think you didn't communicate that well at all. I'm out.
Okay.
I think it seems like a better mousetrap. It seems really smart. But what seems really difficult is, how are you going to get it out there? And how are you going to sell it? And I think that I'm not the right shark for this. So for that reason, I'm out.
Let me tell you where I'm at. What I loved about your presentation, and where I really hoped you were going, was to the industrial market. Byron is the real deal. I see the application. You are the user of the product. But we went from Byron to irrigation systems to Home Depot. You know, in fairness, Mark, I'm sure you guys are very nice guys, but if Byron wasn't standing there...
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
How long would this presentation have been?
Oh, boy.
I'm out.
Now, I'm going to tell you point blank, I don't know this business at all. But I'm going to make you an offer.
Are you serious?
When I was starting, AudioNet was turned into the streaming industry, basically. I had people coming to me, throwing money at me. We had zero in sales, nothing. Not one person understood what we were doing.
Yeah.
They just knew, based off of what we were showing them, that this was something different and something big. I brand that FOMO investing. You know what FOMO stands for? Fear of missing out. Everybody you come in contact just put their money where their mouth is.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So here's my offer. I'm going to give you the $500K for 12%, and I want an option to put in another $1 million at a $15 million valuation. Meaning, if you grow and things are going according to plan, right, I get the opportunity to buy more of the company. Wow. That's my offer.
May I make a call?
Oh, hell no. You guys take my offer?
Did it drop your equity a little bit? No, I'm just advising you.
Absolutely, Mark. Thank you.
Deal.
Byron, you were worried about your 50 grand.
So glad he did that.
Congratulations.
Mark, you're awesome.
Congratulations, Armin. Yeah, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Let's go make whatever that is.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Byron,
Life is good.
Byron, you are amazing.
I don't even really know what happened because I'm not a businessman, but I know that connector's good, and I know the linemen are going to like it, so I'm just very happy.
Next into the tank is a technology for book lovers.
Hello, Sharks. I'm Cherise Hawkins.
And I'm Alex Molesky.
We are the co-founders of Beneath the Ink from Boulder, Colorado. We're seeking $350,000 in exchange for 10% equity in our company.
We're a digital text technology company that sparks reader curiosity. We do this by embedding rich, curated content beneath the ink of ebooks.
When you're reading something and it piques your interest, what do you do? If you want to know more about a character or how to pronounce their name, who can you turn to? At Beneath the Ink, we make all of this possible in a way that's amazingly helpful, blissfully free of the internet, and elegantly unobtrusive.
Let me show you. You're relaxing in a chair, reading one of your favorite books, Beneath the Marble Sky. All of a sudden, you come across a name that you're curious about. Because you're reading a Beneath the Ink edition, you can simply touch on the glowing word to learn more. Now, you can get to know this character. We call these extras binks, or Beneath the Ink links, and binks can contain almost anything. This is a bink with a picture from an actual place mentioned in the book. Maybe you're interested in where something is. This bink has a map. You can even zoom in and take a look around. This panoramic bink serves as a window to the Taj Mahal. You can actually turn your device and explore the scene as if you were really there.
Beneath the Ink is poised to change how we read and make e-reading more immersive and exciting. Join us on our journey beneath the ink.
It has to be a Bink-enabled book, right? So you have to go through an annotation process for each book, which has got to be time-consuming and expensive. Explain the whole annotation and integration process.
So the product is an online portal. As an author, you go into the portal, you upload your manuscript, and then you drag and drop
Cool,
content.
so you make the author do it.
Yeah, the content owner does the curating.
So now I'm the consumer. I buy the Kindle or whatever the reader is. Do I then log on and download your version of it?
Yeah, so that's the best part. As the author, at the click of a button, you can get a version for all of the major distribution channels. And then as a reader, I can go to my favorite channel, say I'm on the oldest Kindle, and I can find the Beneath the Ink edition of that book and download that.
And where do you get paid?
There's 3 revenue streams. First of all, we have a licensing model for large corporations or institutions that want to do several Beneath titles. We also have a subscription model for people that are hybrid authors or self-published authors. We charge $12 a month for that subscription fee.
And then we have an export fee that's $199 per channel.
So a typical book that is going to get binked would cost how much to the author?
Less than $1,000. We take a royalty share on each title sold, and that means that the upfront cost for the author can be less.
Alex, who's paying you that royalty?
So that comes from the content owner, from either the publisher or the author.
I've got 3 books out, so I'm intrigued. Let's say I'm $14.95 on my unbanked book. Am I still $14.95 on my bank?
No.
So we've done 2 independent focus group tests. What we asked is, would you pay more for this content? 98% of the users said they would pay 10 to 20% more for that enhanced version.
So they pay another $2.
So then let's just talk about your company. What are your sales in the last 12 months?
So we consider ourselves pre-revenue, which is very common for startups at this stage.
How long have you been in business?
We've been in business for 2 years since Alex and I met. Brought the team together and raised our first round of funding through convertible note, $640,000.
Wow.
The real deal here is if you can become a brand supported by publishers saying, if I'm going to put it out electronically as an ebook, it's got to be Bink. That's the vision, that's the opportunity, that's the only way this is going to be worth anything.
I disagree.
Why?
Hybrid authors and self-publishing authors are exploding.
How many titles are baked right now?
We have 8 titles that are binked right now. We went after specific key markets.
For you to be successful with this, you have to become ubiquitous. You need high-profile books from major authors they'll want to be binked.
Yes.
You get a Harry Potter, as an example, binked, you're done.
Yes, we
Everybody
run it
else
that
will
way.
come to you.
Yes.
Have you approached any people like large publishers?
Yes.
And so where are you with that?
We are in conversations with a thriller author who is big.
Look, what will my incremental sales be to offset the cost of doing that?
Yes.
That's all I care about. You tell me I bink it and I get a 60% lift, 30% lift, 20% lift, then I can measure whether it's worth paying you in perpetuity a royalty. I think the model's unproven yet. Having said all that, guys, I'm not there on this. You are at the very beginning of a very rocky road. I'm out.
We have de-risked this business.
No,
From
you
the
haven't.
team to the market to our reference
You're
accounts.
delusional. You've raised $600,000. You're not going to be able to drive demand. You don't even have enough money to pay the major authors what they're going to want to get paid to do the work and to convert their versions to Bink.
Do you like the technology enough to help us get there?
No. I mean, I'm sure you're a brilliant programmer, but I think you tried to extend technology that's already there. I just don't see it, guys. It'll take more cash than I'd ever be willing to apply. I think you've got competition you don't even realize that you have, and for those reasons, I'm out.
I think it sounds really smart and a much better reading experience, but it seems to me very complicated for you to be able to get that out there and make money from it. I can't invest. I'm sorry, I'm out.
I don't think you'll find a more tenacious and driven group.
That's not enough.
I happen to see the merit in it. I have a very good selling book for 12 years now. I could picture a million spots where I could have a Bink and really enrich the experience, but that's not going to make you a lot of money. I just don't have the faith that this business will work. I'm out.
All right, who's left?
It's me. Alex, I think it's a brilliant idea. I really do. But, you know, for me, it seems so self-evident. It has to drive more book sales. But you don't seem to share in that with me.
We absolutely share that. That's what we need the money for. We need the money for our go-to-market strategy so that we can test that hypothesis.
Right, but you're searching for a revenue model. You are. It's just too early. I just can't get behind it right now. And frankly, $350,000 for the way I see you having to buy your way into the market, it's just a drop in the bucket. It would take millions. And I'd be interested if you had a very clear path, but you don't. I'm out.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good luck.
This is absolutely the way of the future. We can see it as clearly as we saw the Sharks today. And even though they missed out, we're still heading in that direction. We're going to get there. We're going to bink more books. We're going to work with more authors. And we are going to be the go-to standard for enhanced books in the future.
I'm back at Staples with more of my favorite entrepreneurs from Shark Tank to check out their products right here in store.
Staples is really excited to have all these great Shark Tank products here. And we want entrepreneurs to know we have your back.
We're always on the road for our business. And we know that no matter where we are, there's always a Staples nearby that we can rely on.
Shark Tank and Staples is a great partnership because we're both passionate about supporting entrepreneurship in America.
My name is Mont Hanley, and I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My product is Pit Moss, and it's a replacement for peat moss. Peat moss is a natural soil additive that's commonly used by home gardeners, commercial greenhouses, and nurseries. It helps plants retain water and grow faster. The problem with harvesting peat moss, it has terrible environmental consequences. And as peatlands around the world are being drained, they release as much as 1 billion tons of carbon pollution into the atmosphere every year. That is nearly 8% of all annual carbon pollution. If we don't start conserving peatlands now, our planet could be in big trouble. But my product Pit Moss offers a green and sustainable alternative to peat moss. It's made from recycled newspaper and it would otherwise end up in a landfill. This business means everything to me. It's not just about the financial success, it's about doing something collectively good for the planet. It's about building a business and realizing you can still achieve the American dream. I hope the Sharks see that what I'm doing is important and allow me to keep my dream alive. Hello, Sharks. My name is Mont Hanley, and I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I'm the inventor of Pit Moss, and I'm here to offer you 25% equity for a $600,000 investment in my manufacturing company. Pit Moss is a soil alternative that's going to green up the landscaping and gardening industry. Sharks, walk through any retail garden center, home improvement store, or even your local supermarket, and you're likely to see a display of plants. I know those plants hold as much as 85% peat moss in those containers. Peat moss is stripped away from drained and degraded peat bogs that we are depleting. and that would aid us in our fight against global climate change if we simply left them alone. And that's why I invented pit moss. Pit moss is made from recycled paper and a secret formula of organic additives, and it has proven itself to be superior to peat moss in every conceivable way. We even grew these plants here in pit moss and shipped them all the way from Pittsburgh for you. So what do you say, Sharks? Who wants to be a dirty capitalist and invest in my soil alternative called pit moss?
Mark, can we see it? Can we
Absolutely.
Just a sample?
How does the price compare to dirt, regular old dirt?
Well, we're not
And how does it
comparing to
compare
dirt.
to peat moss?
Peat moss is a premium product that greenhouses and nurseries use, and it sells on a cubic foot basis. Peat moss ranges about $2.50.
And this range is how much?
We make 60% profit at $2 a cubic foot.
So it's 20% cheaper?
It's about 15 to 25% cheaper.
And it's green.
And it's green. We actually can save growers 15% on their operating costs because it's superior to peat moss. The natural product carries in pathogens, weed seeds, mold spores, insect larvae. Ours is completely uniform, sterile product. And one last thing, our growers who are using it right now report that it retains moisture longer. It's a very good thing for the planet. If they were watering every day with regular peat moss, they're watering every other day now with pit moss.
Tell us about your sales.
Our sales.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. Our sales suck.
That's honest.
We built this plant in North Huntington, Pennsylvania, outside of Pittsburgh, last summer. I quit my job. I cashed out my 401ks to buy this equipment. I could not find investors to help me build my dream, so I did it myself. I thought I'd be giving the product away for 8 to 12 months before we had our first sales. It took us 2 months to get our first sales.
Well, that sounds good so far.
Absolutely.
Where's the bad?
He hasn't given us the total yet.
The bad is, $22,000 for the last 7 months.
Why only $22,000?
Why didn't the orders keep coming?
We do have orders. We have $168,000 in sales agreements right now.
But you can't fill them because
we cannot
of the
fill
capacity?
them. Why? Capacity.
How much can the existing plant make? Answer that.
The existing plant can make about 200 tons a year.
And how much is that in revenue?
60,000.
You knew going in that the size of the factory you were building would only produce $60,000 of top-line product?
I only built the factory to prove my concept.
Oh, so the entire thing was just a proof of concept?
In my mind, that's what I believed I was doing.
What about the path of resistance to selling it? To change the purchase behavior of growers is a challenge.
We actually don't see that, Kevin. We actually see growers who have absolutely no loyalty to peat moss. None.
I'm growing tomatoes. I do $2 million in tomatoes, and I use peat moss. You come to me and say, I finally got the plant going. I got the $500,000 from Mr. Wonderful. I'm ready to rock here. And that person will say, this is great. I have no resistance to switching over.
What he's going to do, he's going to grow maybe 10% of his crops in our product to prove that it works.
Because he's nervous about doing it.
Absolutely.
So
Wouldn't you be?
What is your strategy, though? Are you trying to service greenhouses? Are you trying to sell this to the consumer? Are you trying to sell it to farmers?
Yes.
Or are you trying to do all three?
We think we can scale by going with the commercial growers first and actually brand the plants so we can get into the retail space with the plants, the pit moss grown plants.
How do you get to the greenhouses to understand what the product is? What are you giving them?
We give them a unit of product, a 50 cubic foot unit of product, and let them play with it, with all the different crops that they'll grow in one season.
Here's what I really want to understand. How did you come up with it? I mean, it's so creative.
Robert, I have been interested in commercial greenhouses, and don't ask me why. But since I was a little kid, but I bought my first greenhouse when I was 12 years old. My parents didn't even know I did it, and my mother was like, I can't believe you sold a greenhouse to a 12-year-old boy. My first job out of college was managing 5 locations of a retail nursery, and that's where I came up with the idea. I turned 50 this year, and I said to myself, if you do not do this now, you will never do it. And that's why I said, you have to do this. And I'm flying back to Pittsburgh in 2 days to close a deal with Blue Tree Allied Angels. They're an angel investment group.
And how much, what value, because you put a value of this of $2.4 million.
That's correct.
And you basically have marginal sales, practically
Actually, we have a credible group of investors who are accepting of that valuation.
How much are you going to raise from them?
We have a commitment with them for $400,000 in convertible notes.
In the plant that you have now?
Yes.
How much will it cost to max out your plant?
$120,000.
How much revenue will that generate in 1 year if you sell out 100% of it at your lowest cost to your lowest price customer?
$1.6 million.
Okay, so for a cost of $240,000, you can have 2 lines. That will give you an approximate revenue capacity for that plant of $3.2 million.
That's correct.
Let me clear the field. I'm sorry. I have to speak.
Wait, Barbara.
No, I just want to clear the field.
Sure.
All right. The way I look at it, you have $22,000 in 7 months in sales.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the only fact I see here. Everything else is conjecture, projections. It's not sexy.
Okay.
I'm out.
How much do you own right now?
I currently own 70% of the business.
So you're going to sell pest control just to finance the first round?
Not quite. Could it be equally?
No, he's going to get to 51%.
Not 51%.
Well, you are, because you're going to take my 625, then you're going to bring another 400,000.
Right. So you're getting pretty darn close.
We're getting close.
What he's saying is, would you be willing to walk away from the Angels if you got a deal here?
One shark is out, and Mont still has no offers for his peat moss alternative, Pit Moss.
Would you be willing to walk away from the Angels if you got a deal here?
I would probably be willing to do that.
So, I have to agree with Barb. I don't like that you only have $22,000 in sales in 7 months. I think there might be a problem in that it's going to take a long time to educate people to switch over.
Lori?
So it worries me to invest in your company on an unproven model. We don't know if it'll change people over, and it kind of seems like at the moment you're struggling to do that. And for that reason, I'm out.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your consideration. I will tell you that this is not a fad. This is going to happen because there are already governments around the world who are banning the use of peat moss in horticulture. The United Kingdom has already set voluntary dates.
Let me
I've got an offer.
Kevin.
I've got an offer. Let me make an offer.
Let's see what he says.
I'm not willing to go in on 600,000. Just don't know enough about it, but I want to participate. So I'm not. Does anybody else want to go in on it?
Okay,
I'll put up 200.
There's tremendous value in getting one or more sharks versus your angel investors. I think you understand that.
I agree that.
I would like to give you 600,000. There may be other participants in that, but I'm willing to make you an offer 600,000 for 40%.
I think you just devalued my valuation pretty significantly. I'm open to,
give me a counter.
I'm open to
I'm
a different
interested in your
evaluation. Sure. I might go as high as 30%.
I think if you go to 35, you have a deal.
Okay, let's get some things on the table here first. So if you like the percentages, right? Kevin and I thought for sure. Robert, I don't think we'd have a problem if the three of us went in together.
Oh, I'm in.
That's
Mike, 600,000 for 35% from Mark, Kevin, and myself.
I think that sounds like a great deal.
Let's do it.
Done.
Congratulations.
Going back to the bird.
Yeah.
Good job. Congratulations, Mont.
Yeah, you really know your stuff.
Thanks.
Yeah, very impressive.
Very interesting.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone.
Very interesting.
This means that I can actually make a living building on the dream that I had for 20 years. So that's a really amazing feeling.
Think the sharks are tough in the tank?
It's the worst pitch I've ever seen. Do you realize how bad you just screwed up? You're bringing a bullet.
Wait until you see them.
This is business. We're going to hold hands and sing Kumbaya.
Pipe down, little man.
After their money is on the line.
You lose my money, you will be dead to me.
Friday, May 1st, the deal is done.
You want to win big? You got to risk big.
But the pursuit of the American dream.
We lost $1 million or so.
What's the matter with you?
He's way in over his head, and he is in trouble.
Is just beginning.
We got to make some decisions. This isn't fun and games anymore.
From the makers of Shark Tank.
You're a miracle worker. Don't get me crying.
Comes a 3-week event.
We're going into airlines, we're going onto cruise ships.
It was even more amazing than we had hoped it would be.
You can take a huge step and continue your growth path.
You're a 13-year-old millionaire.
Forget good. Be great.
Beyond the Tank premieres Friday, May 1st after Shark Tank on ABC.
A beloved mother missing. The search for answers and the truth that will shock you. New 2020 starts now.